Okay, so today I decided to do a little bit of a brainstorm with, if you remember, a few weeks ago I made a lion, and specifically I made this one that's like this lava tiger lion. And yeah, I kind of want to recreate it, make it a little bit more detailed, a little bit more special, because it was just like a concept idea that I had in my head, and I just want to make it a little bit more polished and maybe even make it bigger. I just thought, let's challenge ourselves and make it really big. Okay, so yesterday I drew 5 sketches, like thumbnail sketches, to figure out the best composition, and I think I like these two the most. I want to kind of refine them just so I really can pick the one I really like, because this one, anatomy and like the way the lion is positioned here, it's falling off a little bit. It's nice, but maybe it's not interesting enough. But yeah, those are the two that are closest to what I was thinking of making, and the other ones, they're fine. Each of these could be like a piece, but I'm leaning more towards these two, so. See, I think this is already better than this. This one is like falling, like it feels like it's just gonna fall there. Everything's a bit wrong, but these were all just for ideas. And now we're refining it. So this little project, or I guess at the end it got quite a big one. It took me about a week, and it's something newish since I'm not a big planner, but I wanted to spend more time with my art, really take the time with all the ideas, and especially at the start figure out what is good, what isn't, since before I always go with the first idea that comes to my mind, and once it's done I just move on to new things, but it can quickly bring to burnout, and that is kind of what happened. So I've been more quiet these past few weeks since I just had no energy for art, no ideas, nothing, even for myself. I just didn't know what I would want to draw. So I just needed a little push in maybe a different direction. So that's why we're here. And that's why you will see in this video lots of different steps for this whole piece, because I really wanted to dive deep into something I've already created before, but something that I really liked. So that was the fire lion, the lava lion. I haven't decided which one is the correct idea, but yeah, so I started out with a sketch, and when I decided what kind of composition I wanted, I knew that I wanted to make a color sketch, I guess, digitally, so that I really can play with it, figure out the colors. So that's what you're seeing here, and in a way I did go quite detailed with it, because that wasn't my initial idea that I would do that, but I had fun with it, so I made this digital sketch, and it was really nice because it was a good foundation to go off of, because if I didn't have this, then I would definitely be very confused with when I would start the big piece, because this is like, a reference image that I can copy on a bigger scale. Okay, so I painted this digitally. Um, and yeah, now I have to figure out how to transfer it on this scale. There's a few ways I could do it, but I'm kind of lazy because I could transfer it one-on-one and trace it. But I also don't want to do that because, yeah, again, I'm kind of lazy. And so maybe I will freehand it, but then it's hopefully I can make it look nice. Here I'm just trying my best to sketch out the drawing, and I started it with a pencil. Then I realized it was very off proportion wise, and then I decided to take an acrylic marker just to have new lines so it wouldn't mix with the pencil lines. And this probably wouldn't have happened if I actually transferred the image with paper or something else, but truly I'm just a person who hates doing more than necessary. If I have to print and like do stuff that I'm like about, I just don't want to do it. So I will just draw it, and if it needs to be fixed later, I will just do that. And honestly, since it's hard to envision something like this, since I haven't touched oils in so long, that I just had doubts that I could do it, that it looks good, because here in this stage it looks very like it has nothing to give really. So it's harder to see if we can get to the end that I want. But you know what? I thought it's fine. We are experimenting. That's why we're doing this whole thing. So I kept going, and with that, I decided to add this very orangey layer so that we're not working with the white underneath, because now I can layer the colors very nicely on top, and the orange would peek through and make the piece really nice and warm instead of having the white underneath. So, in this stage, when I started painting with the oils, I really started to just copy the digital piece I made, because I needed to nail the values correctly so that everything goes well, because we are painting a very interesting uh, light source, I guess, because the fire, like the light is coming from the fire, but I also want like everything to be, I don't know, like we're in the forest. And yeah, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I had a vision, and it's a bit different. Like the style is a bit different than I'm used to, because usually I rely on lines a lot, but this time I really just wanted to nail the lighting and not focus on lines at all. So yeah, the underpainting was important. Another thing I was worried about was if this could go quickly enough. If you know, oils dry very slowly, and I like to be fast, and I wanted this project, I guess, to be quick. I didn't want to go more than a week with painting this, so I got something to make the paint dry faster if you mix it. It's type of a oil, I think. I will link it down below. But it helps with the drying process, and oh my god, it worked because I've never tried it before, so I didn't know if it would actually help me or not. So I was just praying. But the next day, when I came back, everything was basically dry, so I could just layer again on top of this. I did try to go for a very light layer, so that helped as well. But yeah, I was really happy with how the first layer turned out. Here I'm layering this red color for the parts where I know the rocks will be, and I'm not doing the dark color just because I want the glow that comes from the lava that's like in the rocks. So this will help make it look like there is a glow, since we're gonna build more colors on top of this. That's why also it was nice to have this orange layer underneath so that we have even more glow. Here I started to put the dark color, but then I realized that I should probably start with the lightest colors that's coming from the cracks, because it will be hard to apply after, since the light color would mix a lot with the dark color, and like the dark color would overpower the light one, so it's easier to go first with the lighter one and then with the dark one. So that's why I stopped there with with the face, and started doing something else. After I had copied everything, or kinda everything, from the digital piece, it was finally time to add details to really make this look realistic, or as realistic as I wanted it to be, because it is like semi realistic, I guess. So I drew a lot of inspiration from Ghibli nature, I guess, how they paint rocks, how they paint just landscapes. So I was very inspired from that, because lately as well I've been thinking how, I don't really look for that kind of inspiration, that I just do my own thing, and maybe that's why sometimes I'm lacking some things, because I just want to have some originality, but I then don't have a base to work from. Okay, so half of the rocks are done. I really like how they turned out. I was worried that it would be too busy, but we have such a rock team going on that it's kind of fun to basically have them really pop. But yeah, so we still need to do these rocks, and I'm just going rock by rock because that's the easiest that I can focus on like one thing, you know. After we're done, we're moving on to this guy. Okay, so it's day three of painting this fire lion. And I thought I would do more yesterday, but once I finished the rocks, I was too tired, and since like the next plan is to do the body, it's more rocks, just I guess different, because then we have to think about the lava. So I decided to continue today, so that's what we will do now. The idea to get inspired from Ghibli, I don't know how to say it correctly, was because I was racking my brain of thinking, okay, what inspires me, what makes me happy, like art wise, and I couldn't really decide. So I thought, okay, let's go like back to the roots. And one thing I realized is that the Ghibli films, they really make you feel something, and I've always liked that, and the art as well. Just, I love how calm and peaceful it is all the time. So I thought, you know what, I will watch a movie, and I watched Spirited Away because it's been a while, and I thought, hey, why not have this feeling and just put it on the piece that I'm working on. So that is how I got to the rock part, where I drew inspiration from Ghibli nature. So yeah, they are a bit similar. Obviously, we weren't copying anything, but yeah, I really like how the rocks turned out, and then I just went on and did my own thing that would kind of work well with everything else that I already did. I'm gonna try to fix the face because the eye is a little bit weird. So let's hope we can fix it. For the body, I realized I also have to add more detail, just like I did for the rocks, because I only made the big lava rocks, like the shapes, and I realized it needs the tiny little ones too. So that is what I added, and of course, I worked more on making sure that there's like some depth to them. I also added some reflective light, some light that's coming from not just the fire, but just from the environment itself. And yeah, it was tricky to figure it out because, sure, the fire is very intense, but it would look a bit weird, at least in my mind, to just have the fire be the only light source. So I really wanted it to like have this airy look to it. So I just, as I was going, I was figuring out what worked, what didn't, and in a way that's nice, that oil paints are quite flexible, but oh my god, they're also quite messy. A few times I just got oil paints on my legs because this piece was so big. I had to crouch sometimes, had to stand up sometimes. So it was interesting to figure out how to maneuver everything. So the flames were the last thing that I worked on because usually I make swooshy stuff very like stylized, but I wanted this to be something somewhat real looking, and so that is why I kept it last. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this project. It's, I think, one of my biggest pieces that I've painted for like in a while, so it was a good challenge, and I really hoped you enjoyed it, honestly, because yeah, it's something different, and I will be challenging myself a bit more these days because I just feel like I'm not as happy as I was with my pieces that I've been painting or drawing. I just feel like that I'm stuck in this time loop and just doing the same things over and over, even though I know that I can do better. And this was kind of proving like I had to prove myself that I could do better in this piece is that part. Just because, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes in my brain, I think, like there are no limitations. I know that I can do it. And if I have this mindset that I know that it can be possible, then I don't have the other thought that it can't be. So I think that's why this piece turned out so well, like yeah. But yeah, I really hoped you enjoyed watching this, and I hope that this fire lava character um is something fun to look at, and I'm thinking of calling this piece Heart of Stone, maybe. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Hold me tightly like I was there and whisper softly in your ear that everything is gonna